Okay. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. Hey,
Welcome
opa.
back. Here.
What's going on, people? What's going on? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? Let us know how your day's been. I hope it's been fantastic. It's about to get a little bit better because we are going to be live together tonight doing a real Dynasty rookie draft. We're extremely excited for you guys to be here with us as we make moves, talk about it live, and you guys just get to watch all the action. Let us know if you're hanging out in the chat with us. Drop a like on your way in. We see you, Paco. What's up? We see you, Sean. How you doing? We see you, Steel Ma. We see you, Kevin. Welcome in. It's good to see all of you guys today. So tonight we have a real Dynasty draft. Okay, we have been doing these real Dynasty drafts pretty much since the NFL draft ended, and it's been really fun to live stream them for you guys, to show you all the moves that we make, that the league makes, and kind of, I guess, just do it together, I guess, if that makes sense. But we are drafting with the Hotel League tonight. JW says, where's Mike? What's up, Styles? Welcome in. What a do, Rocket. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So just so everyone knows what's happening tonight, we are drafting a real rookie draft, real league. That's right, baby. Real money on the line, real pot, real winner. And you guys are going to be able to get to watch it. Yeah, real league. And we're excited to draft tonight. I know I'm excited. I have a top 6 pick, so let's see what will happen. But do us a favor, go ahead and drop a like if you have yet to do so. And shout out to everyone in the Hotel League. Shout out to Shimmy. Shout out to Rowan, Tua, to Anon, rather. Drink My Cola, Tigray, Corey, B. Turtz, Mr. 305, The Cavalier, and G Money. Shout out to all of you guys. Really, really appreciate y'all for the support and for being in the league with us. So,
you know who has a comp pick in this one?
No, could you tell me? Could you tell me while I just talk to the chat for a second? Hey, what's up, man? Stock Exchange? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
How we feeling, man?
Ignite says, this is Rowan, and I must say I'm very stressed right now, but I'm sure it will be good fun. Don't worry, brother. You're going to do great. You're going to do absolutely fantastic. Chilling, okay, so here's the deal, guys. If you are watching and you're in the chat right now, just want you to know we got a little ground rules, okay? There's a code word, cinnamon. Cinnamon is a safe word. No, just kidding. But look, if you're in the chat, keep in mind, real league, real money on the line. All we ask from you guys is just don't be that guy who's like, wait, why is this player still available? This guy's still on the board. No one's drafted this guy, right? No one likes that guy in their own real drafts. Imagine, being in a league with us and then we're live streaming it and someone's like, someone needs to draft this player, and then that player gets drafted a pick ahead of yours, right? So cinnamon, safe word. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. But any players that have gone off the board, absolutely feel free to talk about them to your heart's content. But thanks for joining us. That's all we ask from you guys. Just be respectful in the chat as we are doing a real draft here. And to the people in the league, just quickly, we'll explain. I know a lot of people have heard us go through this spiel, but just in case anybody in the league hasn't, been on one of these live streams yet, we want to get all on the same page. We will do 5 minutes on the clock for the first 2 rounds. Then in round 3, we will change it to 3 minutes. Now, in our leagues, here's how the playoffs work. The top 6 seeds, they make it to the playoffs. They battle it out for the chip. The bottom 6 seeds, so seeds 7 to 12, they all get placed in a consolation bracket, and they battle it out for a comp pick in the next rookie draft. So whoever wins that consolation bracket is awarded an extra pick at the end of the 2-12 before the 3-1. So we pause the draft, and the way that works, I know a lot of people are adopting this, so I'll just answer it right now. How that works is you're not going to see that player on the board. The commish needs to pause the draft, go into commish controls, and manually add that player to that person's roster, whoever wins the comp pick. That's why in almost every one of our streams, there's a name that's in the comments below, like, why wasn't this player drafted? Why wasn't this player drafted? It's always the comp pick. So this...
And the comp pick goes to you, actually.
I won the comp pick?
You won the comp pick.
Let's go, baby. I haven't had one. Okay, let's go. So I get an extra pick. I'm feeling good about that. Yeah, wow. I actually did not expect that. I don't remember winning any of them, so that's good to know.
There you go.
But the only other thing we need to explain is the trade window. Now, a lot of people, Andrew says it's rigged. Yeah, honestly. I rigged it for myself. A lot of people know what the trade window is, but just so we're all on the same page, we are not huge fans of slow drafts. We understand why they're necessary. We understand why they're convenient, but we love the atmosphere of everyone coming together on one night and being together doing a draft. Like seeing that player go off the board and be like, oh, damn it, and then having to pivot or making trades. It's just the atmosphere is different in a real live draft rather than like a 24-hour clock. So
absolutely.
But we also like trading in Dynasty rookie drafts. So our alternative to that is, number one, you can trade throughout the entire draft, no matter when you're on the clock. But number two, everyone gets one trade window. Now, a couple rules. You have to be on the clock to activate your trade window. If you want to activate your trade window, all you have to do is put up in the sleeper chat and type activate trade window.
That's right.
Activate trade window. That's all you have to do. Once you do that, we'll activate it. Badaki will write your name down so we keep track of who has called it. And then we'll pause the draft, and you have a 5-minute timer to negotiate any sort of deals that you want to. Everyone gets one trade window per draft. So without further ado,
let's do what we do, and let's
technically the draft starts at 10, so that's still like 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes. I guess one thing I'll say, this is, if you guys here, you're watching later, this is not a stream that we're going to answer all the questions in the chat. If you see our heads down, that means we're cooking. You know, we're trying to do something special. Maybe we're making moves. Maybe we're trying to trade, whatever the case may be. But definitely stay tuned. You know, if you see our head downs, because we're on our phones. Trying to trade is just easier, better to trade via your phone and on than the sleeper actual website. But other than that, I think that's
a good point. You know, like typically in a mock draft, Badaki would be like, oh, maybe we wouldn't have done that, or that's too early, or there's another play we would have taken. We can't do that today, right? We have to let the draft completely pan out the way that it naturally will.
Yeah, exactly.
Connor says he likes the comp pick. That's good to see. Cinnamon. Yes.
And then
India
we
draft
go to 3 minutes as well in the third round.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know
India draft is on Monday. Yep. Excited for that. Excited to have the stock exchange in here. Rocket says, I have a Flock Fantasy membership that I got as soon as I saw Mason's first video about it, and I used his code for my membership, but I honestly follow you guys more. Look, I mean, this is just an obvious, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a crossover, right? I mean, you guys watch us, you watch the stock exchange, you watch Mason. That's just the reality of what we do. The good thing is, for you guys as a user, you get everyone's rankings, everyone's articles.
Exactly.
And we do have some people, I know like Mighty Booch is actually one who, she supports stock exchange and she supports us. Like they've made two separate accounts. Yeah, we'll see if we can, in the future do anything about that. But
exactly.
Sean says, give us a Blockbuster trade. Let's see.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll definitely try.
Okay.
I said we get it.
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock on the dot for us. So.
Well, 8 p.m. where you guys are. So
8 p.m.
Let's go ahead and start this off. The hotel rookie draft is officially underway. Shimmy Fly is on the clock at the 1-1. I don't see an active symbol, but I also know who he probably wants at the 1-1 here. Shimmy has the 1-1, the 2-1, the 2-2, and the 3-1. Badaki, let's see. You have all your picks at the third spot.
All my picks. That's right.
I have the 1-6, the 2-9, and I have the comp pick. And why don't we, while we're waiting for Shimmy here, why don't we have a look just quickly at our rosters in this league? So in the hotel league, I'll show you guys my roster. We've got Trevor Lawrence, A.J. Dillon, Ken Walker, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, who I traded for this offseason, Pat Fryermuth, Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Jordan Love, Mac Jones, and our bench is, well, I like Bateman there. I like Jameson Williams, but outside of that, Jerome Ford. That's our guy. Jerome Ford.
Jerome Ford, talk it up.
I forgot, though. I had Trey McBride on the taxi, Alec Pierce, Kyle Phillips. So that's my team. And then Badaki's team. Young Joker, he's got Kenny Pickett, James Cook, David Montgomery, Jalen Waddle, Jamar Chase, Cole Kmet, Drizzy Drake, London, Brian Robinson, Justin Fields. And then the bench, we got Mitchell, Davis, Collins, Tony.
Tony on the block if you want him. Let me know. Depends on what it is, but I'm happy to sell Tony.
Yeah.
It'll be you. All right, Shimmy.
All right, Shimmy, do your thing, baby.
Take your time. I mean, take all the time you need, man.
He's probably set a queue.
Nah, yeah, he probably has set a queue. I mean, you know, some people can make it, some people can't. That's why you say you queue.
Yeah, exactly.
No more.
Exactly.
Oh, what a day! Did you watch the game yesterday?
The Celtics game?
NBA?
Yeah, I did. Good on them, right? I mean,
the comeback is on.
Yeah, let's see. I still think Miami will get it done, but it was good to see some sort of fight back from that team, I would say.
Has Jimmy won a ring before, out of curiosity?
No, he's not. He's never won a ring. And I would be really excited if he won a ring. I mean, just a cool story. I don't think we've ever seen an 8 seed win. So that would be pretty incredible.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Now it's recon number 6. Come on. Yeah, Sean. So the comp pick is whoever you want. Like, you can pick whoever you want. So we'll stop the clock. You send us a message. You put in the chat saying, you know, I want this person. And we'll put them on your team, and that's your comp pick. That's your reward for kind of winning in that league, essentially. Or for winning the consolation bracket in that league. Excuse me. Said Ben answered a billion times, but what brought you guys to the show? We just came here. I mean, I came here to live abroad. I came here to live abroad, and then, you know, that's how I met Zach. We went to the same school, and that's how we met. We became housemates, and it's kind of history from there. I moved here in 2016. I think Zach came here a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
2013, I came over, and then, Badaki and I studied
You've been here in 2013? Yo, you've been here for like 10 years. Oh, well, you technically moved back, but
yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, I've been here for 7 now, so.
T-Rex says, stop abusing your streamer platform. Let him take his time.
So yeah, now, you know, we kind of started this after COVID.
Yeah, we met. We were studying in Australia. We actually didn't know each other until we met by being housemates in college. And then I'll tell you what, it was that house had some incredible memories, and it's wild. It was wild.
It's low-key a frat. We could just say it was a frat without being a frat.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just say that.
Like, that wasn't the intention.
The house had a reputation. Let's just say that.
It actually genuinely did.
Yeah, it had a reputation. But yeah, it was fun times. I met Badaki in 2016. The first time I met him was actually the
Super Bowl.
Falcons, who was in the Super Bowl? Yeah, Falcons Patriots, where the Patriots came back. And yeah, I really didn't want to talk to him because I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he cares about football. I'm trying to watch Super Bowl. And the boys in my house just invited him over. I was like, oh God, some random as we watch the Super Bowl, you know. Yeah. Then he moves in and we become friends.
Knowing that, I actually completely that would have been me. Like, who is these people?
I know. It's like, dude, I'm trying to watch Super Bowl. I don't want to meet someone I don't care about, you know?
Yeah.
But he ended up moving in. We became really good friends and decided to make something out of this when COVID hit. So Bijan Robinson is the 1-1. Now Rowan is on the clock, and Rowan has some picks to work with, guys. He's got the 1-2, the 1-5, the 1-11, the 1-12, the 2-11, 3 thirds, and 2 fourth-round picks. So he's got some moves to make tonight.
He's fielding offers.
Yeah.
What type of offers?
Fantasy Stock Exchange says, if the C's come back down 3-0 after my Lakers got swept, I'd be devastated. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be pretty devastating for sure, dude. I want to know how you feel about the LeBron stuff, Danny. How do you feel? Do you think that's legit? Do you think it's just lip service? You know, he wants to see them. He wants to see them change things in LA. I don't think he's going to retire off of a sweep. That just doesn't feel like something that LeBron would do.
I don't think so either. I actually think that he's going to play. I don't know if this ever happened in history. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like he's going to wait until his son comes into the NBA. And if he does go into the NBA like in his second year, because he has to play 1 year in college and then he's eligible, right? Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've read something like that saying that he signs 1 year.
Badaki, play 1 year. Rowan said to check your DMs. He's fielding offers. But no, I don't think we've ever seen a son and father play in the NBA together. He wants to play with his son. Yeah, I have heard that, right? I've heard that he wants to play with his son as well.
Yeah. Sorry, but yeah, I've never seen that before, and it'd be awesome to see like father and son either play together or play against each other.
Yeah.
I think that would just be awesome. But if they somehow get him on the team as well and kind of take over, like, what if he goes to Cleveland? Like, holy shit, that'd be wild.
That would be wild.
It would just be awesome.
Yeah. Agreed. So it looks like he's sending you an offer. I'm assuming he's wanting to move back. Let's see what happens here. What does Rowan's team look like? So he's got Ryan Tannehill, Davis Mills. Are those his quarterbacks? Danny says, I think it's mostly noise, not going to lie. Team was 13th midseason and made the Western Conference Finals. A couple moves needed, including a backup big and a reliable playmaking point this offseason, and we're cooking. Yeah, it was really sad to see how, like, because I really liked D'Angelo Russell. I think I fell in love with him in the Brooklyn days. And obviously it's been kind of downhill since then for him, but I was really shocked how he kind of shrinked that last series. That definitely hurt you guys. Until Braun isn't a top 10 player, I think he'll keep playing. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why not? I mean, you love the game. You're making history every single year. Absolutely. Makes sense. D'Lo began his Jordan Poole arc versus Denver. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's funny. D'Lo was a traffic cone, Angel says. G-Money says, I watched the press conference and it's clickbait. LeBron was talking about changing up the rest of the team. Gotcha. Rowan, Tua says, I think you're handsome.
Jimmy Fly says, I'm here. All right, here we go. Let me send a message here. Let me start cooking.
Shimmy Five says I'm here. Where did he say that? Oh, okay.
Did you get the job? Let's fucking go. Sorry.
Did
Ellen just got a new job?
Yeah.
Talk it up.
Okay.
Wow.
Congratulations. New job.
How much?
What are we doing?
118 plus super, which comes to about.
Fuck yeah. See, what's 6 figures, you know?
Anthony Richardson off the board at the 1-2. So, what's the new job? What is she doing?
So she's working at, it's called Verve. It's like a woman. What is it, babe? It's like a woman's like health tech startup. Not startup. I don't know. What is it?
It's finance.
Women's finance thing,
it's
but
a super company and an investment platform.
Super company and investment platform, and she just got a significant pay raise.
That's sick. Awesome. Still doing design, right?
Yeah. So she's
like the CEO now. She's the bad bitch.
She's like she's the creative director where she works right now. And now she's going, but the thing is, the job that she was working at now wasn't paying her correctly to be a creative director.
Right.
So then she was like, okay, well, and she asked for a pay raise, and they were like, oh, well, like they gave her a pay raise and it was like very minuscule. And then she went back and countered and they just completely said no. So then she just like applied for the first job that she saw.
Right.
And she got it. And it's like, it is like the top tier of what they're getting paid now for.
If you don't know my worth, I do, bitch.
I know, right? Talk it up.
Amen. Come on, bro. Congrats, Ellen. Congrats.
Nah, it's
Thanks for the sub, Jack. That's awesome. Big time money moves happening, and Badaki has a chance to make a big time money move here. He's at the 1-3. Let's see what goes down. Congratulations. People are saying talk it up. Let's go. Claps in the chat.
Yeah. We're retiring
Stay at home.
Boys.
Dad mode is lit.
Hell yeah.
Dan Lick says 8K subs today. He's feeling it. I mean, hey, we're not far away, man. I mean, the road to 8K, we are not far at all. What is that, 41? 41 subs away from 8K. I mean, we can get there with your guys' help. I mean, I know what it's like to be a lurker on a channel. I've been a lurker on channels for a long time. You just watch their content, it keeps coming up, and you don't even realize you're not subscribed. So, I mean, we're officially 40 subs away. With your guys' help, we might be able to reach 8K tonight. I mean, that's a big ask, really big ask. So probably not, but with your help, maybe. By the way, if you're watching this, easy way to help the channel grow is to drop a like. 130 people watching, 62 likes already. You guys are incredible. Do us a massive favor. Go ahead and drop that like button. Let's try to get to 100 all together. All right, so Badaki's on the clock. I'll let him do his thing. I'm sure he's thinking or...
I'm just filling off as I'm talking to people right now. I'm not going to use my trade window here, so
okay.
I already know who I'm going to take.
Okay. Double L says that's how you get paid. You have to persistently ask for more.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Trey says, I love Badaki when he says, talk it up and be careful.
Be careful.
King Henry loves it. Yeah. Okay, so what are we thinking here, brother? What are we thinking?
I'm probably gonna go Bryce. I was actually going to go. I thought he would have went with Bryce. I low-key wanted Anthony Richardson with Justin Fields, and I think that would have been awesome.
Right.
But I think I'm still gonna go Bryce. I was not expecting Bryce Young to be available.
Sure.
El Tigre. El Tigre is trying to stir the pot, brother. It's mental.
Tigre says Badaki is scrolling through his Amazon wish list. Okay, so Bryce Young is a pick at the 1-3.
Give me a second. Let's get some water.
Okay, Badaki's gonna get some water now. 2 Anon is on the clock, and let's see what he's got cooking up. Currently at the 1-4. What other picks does 2 Anon have? So similar to Badaki, he's got all of his picks at the 4 spot. And then Rowan will be back on the clock here at the 1-5. So let's see what 2 Anon does here. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy. Looks like we've got Rachaad White. We've got Chark, Moore, Deontay Johnson, Ayuk, Claypool, Elijah Moore, Kittle at tight end. G-Money with the surprise face. Red Duxbury says no CJ Stroud. Badaki switched up his rankings when he's drafting. Yeah, we talked about this early. I think it was actually the first or second real rookie draft that we did live. Badaki took Bryce Young. Look, you know, yeah, he had CJ Stroud as his quarterback 1 the entire offseason. But for him, the landing spot in Carolina was just much more attractive than CJ Stroud in Houston. So, I mean, we should allow people to change their opinions, to be fair, right? I mean, with new information, with new context, we should allow people to change their opinions. But his rankings since the NFL draft did change, right? Like all of our rankings should have after the NFL draft. But, hey, take it however you want to. But, yeah. King Henry says, Badaki got the be careful stuck in my head. My girl keeps asking where I got it from. We knew the landing spots for months, though. I mean, if you knew Bryce was at the 1, then fair enough. I don't think I personally knew that. I mean, I felt like Bryce was going to be the pick, but there was talks at some point. Everyone was saying CJ Stroud was the pick. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. The list is fluid, Sean says. Stephen A. Smith's rankings. How did you and Badaki become homies? We met in Australia, became housemates, and tore up the town together. Style says, what do you guys do to prevent burnout? You guys produce so much content along with managing these leagues. Much appreciated.
All right.
Look, that's a really good question. What do we do to prevent burnout? I think it's just trying to establish very clear boundaries. Firstly, a schedule that makes sense for both of us, where we can produce the amount of content that we do and have it logistically make sense. Thanks for the sub, Marshall. Secondly, on the weekends, we're with our family. You guys will notice on the fantasy hotline, we are much more active in the week than on the weekends. We still reply on the weekends, but we're much more active in the week. So overall, it's just making sure that your weekends are yours. Because outside of that, if I don't have my weekends where I can kind of do something, you know, to relax, to get my mind in the right place, to hang out with my family, then yeah, you will burn out. But I think more importantly, for people who put out a large amount of content, if you actually don't really love what you're doing, you will stop doing it pretty quickly. Like, if you want to be a fantasy football content creator, Badaki and I are no different to you. We just put in the work, right? You can do it. It's just a lot of time, and you have to actually be in love with it and put the work in. And you know, not everyone is in love with it to that point where, because I've had people who have hit me up and tried to start different ventures, and I have a trade offer apparently. Sorry, I've been talking to the chat and I've been ignoring my DMs.
Sorry, I kind of just saw that. I didn't see that. It's my fault. I kind of got into the end there what Zach was talking about getting burned out and stuff. Yeah, you gotta balance it, you know. And I think like you really have to. I feel like what we do on a mock draft versus us drafting right now is completely different. And you know, I really compartmentalize all these things at times, just because if you continue to.
Sorry, I'm gonna let you go, but like, I've been at the 106 in a lot of leagues, and Jason has fallen to me, and I've felt just beautiful. I've just felt like king of the world, and I thought maybe that would happen. It didn't happen. He did not fall to me, unfortunately. Rowan's on the clock here. Let's see what Rowan decides to do. All you guys were fading JSN, and I was getting him in all my leagues. Damn it!
Activate trade window. Trade window.
Okay, activate trade window. Rowan says. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start his trade window. He has 5 minutes on the clock now. He can make whatever deals he wants. So I'll go ahead and put in the chat. Actually, send offers to Rowan. His trade window is activated. But anyway, did you?
I sent a message to you, Rowan. But
did you want to add on to what we were talking about?
I kind of just added on to a little bit, but yeah, I just kind of added on a little bit. Sorry, I want to talk, but at the same time, now I'm talking to somebody.
Somebody to love. Rowan, I'll send you an offer here. Sorry for sniping you, Cutie Pie 2 says. It's okay, man. I honestly thought everyone was letting JSN fall to the 6, and you guys know how much I love JSN, so I thought for sure I was going to get another share of him today, but I respect it, man. I respect it. I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother man. Let me send you I'm going to send you a couple offers here, Rowan. Okay. All right, so 3 minutes left on the clock here. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Marshall, you clearly drafted with Herbs or traded away all future picks. Marshall says, just finished a 12-team startup. Got Mahomes, Young, Watson as quarterbacks, Brees, Gibbs at running back, Garrett, Traylon, Addison, Flowers at wide receiver, Kincaid at tight end, super flex. You did good, man. Did good. This is how I think my rookie draft will go, so I'm interested to see what happens, Sam says. Nelson says I took Jason with the 103. That's my guy, Nelson. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it, but I love that you love Jason like me. If Stout says, if I were to implement the 212 comp pick in a Dynasty League I commish, but we only do 3 rounds for rookie drafts, is a 212 still a fair spot for that? Look, I think so. You have to think about it from this perspective. Like, what incentive does the team have in the consolation bracket, right? If you do end of the first, it's just way too early. If you do end of the third, it's almost pointless to do it, right? So I feel like you have to give them something to fight for. So I would still say end of the second. You know, it's not ridiculously valuable, but it's also not completely like, okay, let's take a shot on a flyer, you know. Rowan's team is, he's got Anthony Richardson, he just drafted. He's got Ryan Tannehill, Davis Mills, P. Ryan, Singletary. I think that's Javonte Williams, Hollywood Brown, Rondale Moore, Burks, Wilson, Pitts. That's what his team's looking like there. Tua Anon says, we almost cooked up a nasty 3-way deal. Would have been epic. Yeah. Could have been, would have been, but what can you do?
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Somebody love. What a day, huh?
Someone wants to say honest Giants prediction from you.
Honest Giant prediction. I think we'll be on par with what we did last year. Okay. I don't think we win more games. I think we probably stay the same path where we win tough games late. We get good on defense, and maybe, and this is me underselling, I can easily tell you, I think maybe we can go 10-7, maybe 11-6 or something like that. But honest predictions, I think we'll probably do the same thing, like a 9-8, just make playoffs as a wild card contender, and try and play through the playoffs.
All right, that is the trade timer. I'm gonna put Rowan back on the clock. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's how I feel. I mean, we have one of the top 5 hardest schedules in the league. You know, we play the Eagles twice, we play the Cowboys twice. That on its own is tough already within our division. So I think the biggest thing this year, the biggest thing is that we need to split with Dallas and the Eagles. No matter what it is, we need to split. That's the only way we make it to the playoffs, I think.
Okay.
Somebody love me.
Okay, so Rowan's got 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. Either way, I think I feel pretty good here at the 6 spot. Shout out to the 157 people watching the stream. Appreciate you guys. If you don't know what's going on right now, we're doing a real rookie draft with one of our follower leagues. Real money on the line. Do us a favor, go ahead and smash that like button. Only 18 likes away from 100. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. You know, when you hit the like button, the reason we ask you to do that is because you're literally just telling YouTube, I like these guys. They're good content. Maybe someone else will, right? It just puts us into that old algorithm loop. So help us get to 100. We are also 37 subscribers away from 8K. We are very close. And if you have yet to subscribe, consider doing that today. Let's make some history, baby. King Henry says, my newest startup just voted on the consolation pick. It was originally after the 112, but we voted in the 212 for the same reason Zach said. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yes, we do underdog. I just said do, but yeah, we do. We do underdog. You know, funny that you bring that up, actually. It's probably a good time to talk about our redraft channel while this pick is in limbo. A lot of you guys probably don't know this, but we actually started our YouTube, I guess experience as a redraft channel. This redraft channel was the first thing that we ever started. So we're picking that back up right now. And I've been honestly surprised because I remember this time last year, it took a long time for that redraft channel to actually get on the ground and get off its feet. But the last, 3 videos that we've released, I've been very, very pleasantly surprised with the amount of interaction, comments, views. You guys are really loving it. So that's been awesome to see. I just dropped a video, in your morning telling you guys about 5 running backs that I think you need to draft. If you want to go check it out, I'll put it in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe over there. We will be live on the redraft channel tomorrow night. So if you're playing best ball, redraft leagues, one quarterback, super, doesn't matter. Go ahead and subscribe. Hang out with us. We're going to be popping off a bunch of content here. We're already doing 3 videos a week starting from this week. But in June, we might even do more content. So go ahead and subscribe over there. As much content as we put out here. If you like what we're doing over here, you'll love what we're doing over there. So go ahead and subscribe and join us tomorrow on the live stream. If you turn your notifications on, the little bell, then you won't miss it. Rowan's got 25 seconds left, and then I'll find out who I'm drafting.
Somebody to love. Oh, what a day.
Classic.
Good to be back. Good to be back here, boys.
Okay, CJ Stroud is the pick. So Rowan goes double quarterback there. He goes Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud. And you know what? I will field offers.
I love Dynasty. Every game is competitive in that division. Yeah.
It will be Jahmyr Gibbs if I don't get an offer I like. Just want to be very clear, very upfront. This will be Jahmyr Gibbs at the 1-6, but I am open to receiving offers to everyone in this league. So send me your best.
Send him the best, man.
And we'll see what we can do. It absolutely will be Jahmyr. Tua says, don't believe him. I promise you. He's going to take Levis. Stop. You know that's not me. The guy who was labeled Will Levis hater all offseason is going to take Will Levis here.
Did say... What else we got? How do you think the AFC East will finish? Ooh, that's tough now with Rodgers there. That can go any way, man. Every single one of those teams are contenders now. I feel like that one of those teams is going to be worse than what we expected. Kind of like what is it? The AFC? Is it the AFC West with the Chargers? The Chargers, the Chiefs, the Broncos. When we all thought those teams were going to be good, two of those teams probably going to be really bad. Maybe those are the Jets. Maybe that's the Dolphins. But every single one of those teams, the Jets kind of fell off the second half of the season. But the biggest thing was quarterback, and they only got better. So it's really hard to see them fail. Maybe we'll see every single one of those teams make it into the playoffs. Yeah, hard to see that fail, man. But we could be surprised, just like we were surprised when we all was like, Broncos. This is all in for Broncos. No doubt, Broncos going to the playoffs. Right, Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams. His defense, top 5 defense, didn't happen. So, maybe that's the same thing for one of those teams over there.
How have me and G Money never gotten a deal together? It just sometimes I feel like Sleep. We've definitely talked before in trades. Sometimes I feel like Sleeper. Sometimes I feel like Sleeper just doesn't remember who you're friends with.
Lloyd, nah, man, we don't play any one quarterback leagues. We do play like one quarterback redraft leagues, but you know, we let the community make that decision. That league make that decision. So we say, you know, if you want a redraft shit, what am I trying to say? A one quarterback redraft league or superflex league. We made that decision. We let them make that decision. So yeah. What's happening, Kia? How you feeling? Jason over Stroud is spicy. Yeah, I guess you know, to end, I guess okay with quarterback Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. He has Brock Purdy, so I think he probably didn't really want to take a quarterback there. I'm pretty sure he was trying to trade back, but nobody wanted to trade back, and he knew that Zach was going to take JSN, so he either had to trade back one spot or
we're going to take Jahmyr Gibbs here.
Take JSN at that spot, so makes sense. Ooh. Let's do a meetup at 6 here. We got some quick picks here. Quentin Johnson, second wide receiver off the board. Talk it up. Jordan Addison, he's fallen. He's fallen. Let's see what B-Turk does here.
He wants his trade window, so I'm going to give it to him.
I forgot to.
You want some? Because I'll give it to you. 5 minutes on the clock here.
So this is B-Turk. Who else had a trade window again? Rowan, right?
Yes, Rowan used his trade window, yeah.
Okay, and that's it. Okay, cool. This thing, love you, but I'm so scared. Feel in office, huh? Trying to bring my heart, baby.
Special grade says fresh cut. Appreciate you, man. Very kind of ya. Any one quarterback leagues, all the one quarterback leagues that we play in, I know Badaki said this, but those are all redraft leagues. I mean, again, we've done our best to accommodate for one quarterback people. I feel like we've done our best, but it's not the way we prefer to play. We try and, you know, help y'all out, but in Dynasty, we much prefer Superflex.
B-Turk has pick 109. Thank you, Chris, man. We appreciate you, brother. Apparently the time isn't going down.
It is. So... Sorry, guys. I have the timer on a different screen. There you go. 3 minutes left.
Okay. Everyone's feeling office here for the 109.
So Johnston, Addison off the board. It's pretty much how we typically see it. Johnston, then Addison after that top 6. Let's see what B Turts McGee's gonna do here. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Chris says, love the channel and content. Appreciate you. Very kind. What picks does B Turt have? He's got the 1-9, the 3-12, and the 4-9. His team is Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts, Ritter, Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, Hopkins, Cup, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Romeo Dobbs, Kelsey, Fant Knox. Nico says, I know Badaki's opinion, but Zach, would you take Addison over Quentin? Here's what I'll say. If I was at the 107, I would do everything in my power to move back to the 108 and let someone take Quentin. I like Quentin. I think if I can't move out, he probably has more upside than Jordan Addison. But at the same time, if I'm like, let's say my team is competing, I'm probably going Addison. It's the same way I felt last year when I was telling people to draft Chris Olave. Addison's going to score a lot of points as a rookie. Like, he's just going to. He's joining a team that last year no one threw the ball more than the Vikings. I think they were first in pass attempts per game, if I'm not mistaken. You got Justin Jefferson on one side, Addison on the other. You lose all those targets now vacated from Adam Thielen. I think Addison's going to absolutely have a huge year. And when you think about that, Johnston probably has more in front of him in year one than Addison, and people change their mind, month by month in season. So I would do everything I could to trade back and get Jordan Addison. That's how I would approach it. Like, if someone even offered me a pick swap, if someone would be like, hey man, you have the 206, I have the 203. Would you move back if we swap the 1718? Yeah, let's do it. I wouldn't ask for too much. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done. We got to put B-Tarts back on the clock, but B-Tarts did the 200 IQ move here, and he called his trade window right as he started. So he's got a lot of offer there. A lot of...
Tigger, I sent you a message, brother.
A lot of time still left, which is good.
Damn right on the one. Damn right on the one.
Wow, so we are currently, quick math, say 36 subscribers away from 8K.
That's
36
awesome.
subscribers from 8K, guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support.
No cry. Man, I'm just gonna chill. Let's just wait.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready.
Nick says Jason over Stroud is spicy. Spicy. How do you guys feel about point bonuses for fantasy? 0.1 per carry. I mean, look, some of them make sense. Sometimes we're trying to reinvent the wheel, though. I don't know. I mean, here's what I'll say. I'm all for an idea that makes players in the NFL who are very valuable more value, like just as valuable in fantasy. That's what I'll say. I'm not openly against anything. I'm not openly for, but thanks for the sub there, Connor.
Appreciate you, Connor.
Connor Roy was interested in politics at a very young age. If you know, you know. Does YouTube algorithm limit your videos research or videos reach? If you swear? That's a good question. I don't know.
Honestly,
I mean, Pat McAfee's probably a good, they swear a lot.
Nah, but he's going to ESPN, so it's definitely going to affect it.
Well, I don't like the ESPN deal personally. I understand it for him, but, I get it. He's been on his own since now. And yeah, I would say he probably they probably haven't been held back by the algorithm.
Yeah. I think it's fun.
Sorry. I'm looking at comments of our latest video on the redraft channel. And I brought my 5 running backs that you must draft. Some of the comments, man, like some people online are just like, they are so weird when they're anonymous online. They'll never see. It's so strange. But someone commented with all caps on this video. They said, you are ... hopelessly ... out of touch, 7 exclamation marks. I'm not going to draft any of your running back picks. I am really sorry, but your so-called logic escapes me. People online, man, too funny.
I don't know, I'm about to go read it.
Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Okay.
You are hopeless, out of touch. I'm not gonna draft any running backs. I'm really sorry. What'd you say?
I said I'll never recover from this comment. All I was looking for was validation from anonymous people online.
Oh gosh. Shout out to, let's call him out here. Will Flick. I don't even know how you say it. Sometimes I like to do this.
Zay Flowers is the pick at the 1-9, and now T. Gray is up on the clock. He's got Johnson and Addison. Angel says, I can't even get my league mates to do PPR. We're still playing standard. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
That's hilarious.
Nelson, I appreciate that. Very kind of you, man. Put that in your Twitter bio. That would be a pretty funny Twitter bio. Double Else is just funny when you try not to swear, make it family friendly, as if the whole fam gathered around watching a mock draft. Absolutely, man. You know what's funny is there's
does do that.
There's a couple people who have usernames. They're like last name family, right? So like my last name is Savage, the Savage family, right? So like they'll be watching, and we've asked people before, like, is your entire family watching? They're like, yeah, we're literally all gathered around watching you guys. It's like, dang, okay. Need to watch what I say. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the crew.
Shout out to the fam, man. We appreciate y'all. It's all love, fam.
Okay, so really the only surprise so far is JSN ahead of Stroud. Outside of that, everything looks pretty normal.
Pretty normal.
Yeah.
Pretty normal.
If you're at the 107 and can't move back, would you try to move back to 109 for Zay or stay put for QJ and Addison? I love Zay, but no, I would stay put for Quentin Johnson and Addison personally. I just am concerned about Zay's opportunities in year one. I think when you look at Addison, when you look at Johnston, I would say Zay has the more difficult pathway to volume. He's in a very low volume offense, one of the lowest in the NFL, whereas Quentin Johnson and Jordan Addison, I mentioned that the Vikings were first in pass attempts per game. Guess who was second? It was the Chargers. It's like they're on very high volume offenses. I think they'll have, all rookies are going to struggle to get a big piece of the pie. But if your piece is let's say 15% and you're in one of the, higher volume offenses as far as passing goes in the NFL, then you'll have a better chance of improving your value. So yeah, that's what I would say. Rowan says fielding offers for the 111. Rowan did use his trade window, right? Yeah, he did. Okay, he did. If you have the wide receiver depth or rebuilding, would you guys trade Zay Flowers for a 24 first straight up? Honestly, it really depends on where that 24 first is. If that's like to the best team in the league, no, I'm not gonna take the 112 next year. It just depends on where that is. But if that's like the third or fourth best team in the NFL, or sorry, in the league, then yeah, I would probably consider it. There's a better chance of that being a little bit earlier, but okay, so Rowan is fielding offers. Keep in mind, he has started with two quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud, and he is now on the clock at the 111. He also has the 112. Have you ever discussed Mingo? We've discussed him on stream. Yeah, he is. There's a negative outlook on him. Look, I understand it because I understand both sides, okay? I can see why Mingo could be really good. And I can see why people are quite nervous because there's really not much production. The profile isn't incredible. But at the same time, the draft capital is great. He's going to be with Bryce Young throughout all these camps, building chemistry. And there's really not a long-term scary wide receiver one in Carolina. So, and I'll say the athletic profile is ridiculously good. Like, he's a freak athlete. But yeah, there's a lot of concerns. about other parts of his profile. So like I understand both sides. He's a fun risk reward pick to me, but to be honest, in this class, yeah, I'm just realizing we haven't drafted him yet. Cinnamon. Look, here's what I'll say. Like in this class,
what the hell is wrong with you, man?
There's literally like a lot of question marks after the first round. So that's what I'll say. That's the only thing I'll say. I forgot he's still on the board. That's my bad. Cinnamon. People are like, chill out. Well, we got 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock here. I guess I'll ask, has anyone started watching Succession after I've been trying to get y'all in on Succession. Has anyone started watching it? Succession is streamed on it's HBO Max, which I think they're calling Max soon. They're just calling it Max, which has to be one of the dumbest marketing moves we've seen in a very long time. Hey, this company is connected to HBO and it's called HBO Max. Should we get rid of Max or HBO? Let's get rid of the one that makes the most sense that people can rely on the most. Let's get rid of the name HBO. It just doesn't make any sense. HBO Max. I need to. They were talking about it on the radio today. I'm starting the whole series Tom tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, there's actually a guy named Tom in the show. That's why I was like, was curious if you were talking about him. I know, JT. One more episode. I'm very excited about it. I did and binged it in the first couple seasons in a couple days. Love to see that. Dalton Kincaid is the pick at the 111 for Rowan, and now he's back on the clock here. So any of you see Trey Lance being traded in the near future? At this point of the offseason, I don't think that they will. Cole says, I've watched every season up to this season, planning on just watching it all at once. Okay, fair enough. I can see how a lot of people like to do that. Tom is my favorite character. Greg has got to be mine, but Tom is pretty funny for sure. I think it depends on how Purdy looks after he starts throwing. Yeah, Purdy, his injury has a lot to do with it. Critics are crapping on Weekend's new show. What's it called, Styles? HBO puts out some fire shows, though, yo. I mean, like, HBO knows what they're doing, guys. The Idol. Yes, Tom and Greg's dynamic is incredible.
Oh, wait.
High ceiling, Robinson or Gibbs? Probably Bijan, right? If we're looking ceiling.
Yeah. Ceiling, probably Bijan.
Yeah.
What a day.
Okay, the Idol TV show created by The Weeknd. Let's see who's in it. It's got... Oh, wow. So he's actually in it. Right. So he's acting. That's going to be interesting. Lily Rose Depp. Suzanne Son. Troye Sivan is in it? Okay. Not everybody can act just because they're an artist. So this will be interesting. Troye Sivan's in it. The Weeknd's in it. I mean, let's see. Let's see. Any Closet Euphoria fans here? No, my wife loves it. I've just never watched it, to be honest. Don't have anything against it. Don't have anything for it, really. Okay, Rowan is back on the clock here. Like we mentioned, Rowan has A. Rich, Stroud, and Dalton Kincaid now on the team. Rowan says there's a Blockbuster incoming. Okay.
Blockbuster incoming.
Let's see. Blockbuster trade incoming, apparently.
I might regret this, but fuck it.
Oh, that's never a good way to start a sentence. Okay, Badaki's on the clock. You just traded for Dalton Kincaid. Okay, let me have a look at this trade.
Kincaid. So I sent away my 24 first and a 24 second. And we swap Bryce Young and Stroud, and I get the 111 and the 112. And then I'm also going to take, like I said, a bit risky here, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, this is the trade that just went down. So, just so you guys can see it, it looks like what's happened here is that Badaki, so the 105 and the 103 were swapped. So Rowan gets Bryce, Badaki gets CJ, and then Badaki gets the 112 and the 111, sends his 24 first and a 25 second round pick.
Okay.
Got to be someone you're targeting then, right?
Well, my target was Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, okay.
That was my main target. Now I'm here. I have 30 seconds. I'm not going to call my trade window, but what I am going to do, I don't know which one I should go with. I'm just trying to read the board here. I might take a risk. Oh, I don't know if I should do it.
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea who you're talking about. So Badaki has 5 seconds left here. So Badaki goes Will Levis. So the deal essentially looks like Bryce Young, a 24 first, a 25 second on one side. Badaki's side is CJ Stroud, Kincaid, and Levis.
That's right.
I did start Breaking Bad, Styles. I did.
Have you never seen Breaking Bad?
I have seen the first season a couple years ago. Well, back when it first started, I saw the first season, and then I haven't watched the rest in a decade. But yeah, me and Karina are watching it, and we actually just got to the episode where Saul is like they introduce Saul, if that makes sense. So that's cool to see. Yeah. Dynasty Rehab says nothing better than a real draft. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, I think Breaking Bad came out. I just wish it's one of those shows that, like, I was older when I was watching it.
Sure.
You know, like that came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Right? I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and I just wasn't as into it. And like rewatching it like years later, it was like, damn, like this is good. You know.
Sure. I get you.
But I guess that's how I feel about it. Better Call Saul. Nah, I haven't. I don't think I've seen that one.
I think you are supposed to watch that after Breaking Bad, right? It's like a spin-off of Breaking Bad.
Oh, right. No, I haven't seen it. Let's see. Better Call Saul, an American legal crime drama television series created by Vince. Better Call Saul. No, is that No, I haven't seen it. Gotta check it out. I think it's better than Breaking Bad, right? Okay. Should be on the clock, brother.
Cole likes the trade for you. What's the
outlook? Yeah, I really wanted Dalton.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I just really wanted Dalton. I was trying to get that trade, so I'm happy to swap my quarterbacks. I think Dalton honestly is going to be worth a first round pick. And the second was I just had to get the deal done.
Okay.
I had to get the deal done. And Will Levis right now if he is going to be this guy, maybe he's going to be worth a second later. I would go with another player, but a video coming out there that will make you guys explain why I'm not doing that. But
yeah, I have lower expectations for these rookie tight ends. I think we've talked about that before, but I just think history.
Yeah, maybe year one may not be the thing, but I think the longevity as an overall trade, I think phenomenal.
Let's see. We'll find out this time next year.
Yeah.
Timeline actually starts before. Okay, JT, got it. Well, technically, you should watch El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, after you finish the show. Oh, really? Okay. So you should watch El Camino first and then Better Call Saul? Shimmy's on the clock here.
Do you want your trade window?
He said, can I get a pause? I mean, you can get your trade window if that's what you're saying. Okay, yeah, he says for trade window. Okay. Absolutely.
Can I get a pause?
Can you guys just pause it for like 20 minutes? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, your trade window's been activated, man, so you are good to go. It is not a tight end premium league, Ryan. No, sir. Cole says he's not a huge fan of Levis, but he thinks it's a value.
Yeah, looking at the board, I think. Looking at it, I think Shimmy may want him. Let's see. All right. Let me send a message to Jimmy Coco.
Brandon says, how do I join a league with y'all? So at the moment, our leagues are full, but we do have a wait list. Everyone who is in our leagues supports us over on Flock Fantasy. So everyone that you see that we're in a league with, they support us over on the site. They've used our code. So I'll just put that direct link in the chat in case anyone wants to be on the wait list, in case orphans come up, or, you know, in case we do ever decide to start a new league. We probably don't have plans on that today, but you can see there, flockfantasy.com/land. Our code LAND gets you 30% off your membership. If you choose the Mother Flocker tier, then one of those perks is being on the wait list, getting in leagues that way. But not only do you unlock that, you unlock all the articles from everyone on the site, myself, Badaki, the guys from Stock Exchange, from Mason. You unlock all of our rankings, okay, myself, Badaki. If you want to look at Dynasty Superflex, if you want to look at Dynasty One Quarterback, Best Ball, redraft rankings will be added next month for people in redraft leagues. You can look at my rankings. You can look at how I compare to the community, because if you're a member, you can also upload your own rankings. You can see how I compare to the community, how I compare to all the rest of the experts. You can look at rookies only for Superflex. You can look at rookies only for Dynasty One Quarterback. You also unlock draft guides. You unlock databases. You unlock a lot. So, and then also if you choose that Mother Flocker tier, you unlock something called the Fantasy Hotline, which essentially allows you to unlock a direct DM to Badaki and I for advice. You unlock being a part of our Dynasty trade show. And you unlock the ability for us to grade one of your Dynasty teams on a live stream. So a lot of bang for your buck there. But that's how you can get on a wait list to be in one of our leagues.
Yeah.
Okay, so another deal has been made. It looks like Rowan and Corey have made a deal here. So let's see. I'll let you guys see what the deal is there.
Say you want to be just friends, but I plan to make it more.
Okay, so the deal is, let's see if you guys can see this. So Rowan gets the 208, and then Corey gets the 302 and the 306.
Okay, so Corey moved up in the 208. Oh, no, not Corey, Rowan, excuse me.
Yeah.
Rowan moved up.
That is the dealio that just went down. Style says, do you guys ever explain how you linked up with Mason Flock, or is that top secret? No, not top secret. I mean, honestly, one day we got an email and we were like, oh, is that Mason who just emailed us?
Mason?
We were like, damn, okay, yeah, we'll definitely catch up and meet and see what he's thinking. Just emailed us about, potentially partnering together, and then met up on a call and really loved the vision. Thought it was a great product for people and that we could also benefit from it. So just really good partnership, really.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. And I think it was a really good move that we made for ourselves, honestly. And
yeah,
I think a lot of people, obviously, a little bit more eyes on us, and and
all right, so the trade window is done. Sorry, I got to put Shimmy back on the clock.
No, you're fine. And like being able to, have relationships with a lot of other fantasy community people, which is awesome.
Yeah,
it's a little bit difficult to kind of do that, especially on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Especially trying to collaborate. That's why it's really difficult. You don't see too many collaborations from us because the timing is actually really hard. Those guys record their videos in the middle of the day, and the middle of the day for us is actually the middle of the night. Yeah. But it's cool just to have those relationships and kind of build what we're building right now together, which is awesome.
Brandon says, sounds good. I'll join up. My sleeper name is Orphan Champion 1, but I will do that and see what's up. Yeah. So Brandon, if you decide to sign up, we can definitely put you on the wait list. Like we mentioned before, we can't promise anything, but you'll be on the wait list. So when an opportunity comes up,
trade window. Use my trade window.
From who?
I'm going to use my trade window.
Oh, you're going to use your trade window. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so Badaki's using his trade window here, and we're going to go ahead and start that. But yeah, definitely, if you do sign up with our code, DM us on Discord. We'll get all your other perks set up, and then we'll get you on the wait list.
I know, Blaze. Oh, you happy you got the trade window? Huh?
Okay, so Badaki is on the clock here. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. We saw Jonathan Mingo and Marvin Mims go off the board at the 2-1 and the 2-2. And Badaki is on the clock. Actually good to get Jahmyr Gibbs in this lineup. I mean, we had AJ Dillon and Kim Walker as our starting running backs, so
no, leave it.
It's actually that's actually worked out well.
Blaze, you have to leave it, Mama. I'm sorry. Leave it. I finished it's like she knows that I'm done with my water bottle, and she just wants to play with it. Every single time she just knows.
Okay. Styles, it's funny that you say that. Did anyone watch Fast X?
No,
I actually did. And, you know, I literally told myself going into that movie, embrace...
Wait, you went to go see it already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I told myself, embrace the stupidity. Zach, when you watch this movie, embrace the stupidity. Embrace that nothing is realistic. And I still got so frustrated in that theater watching that movie. I try my best to tell myself, nothing's realistic. Just go with it. Have fun. But it's actually just awful. It's just awful. It's a terrible movie. And the worst part about it is this 10th movie isn't even the end. They are splitting this last movie into 3 parts. It will be 3 movies. Why? No one wants this. Yeah, I told myself be prepared for disappointment going in, and yet I was still angry walking out of that theater. Probably one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time.
I feel like that's what everyone says though when the Fast and Furious. You probably said the exact same thing. I mean, I could be wrong, but you probably said the exact same thing when you saw the other one as well.
I mean, that's everyone hates exactly what I just said. Yeah.
I just heard the second half. But yeah, everyone hates it.
Nelson says, I tell you, I have my tickets already for the Spider-Verse movie. Yeah, that looks good. It's so bad we might as well see how it ends. I know. What I will say is I'm definitely not buying tickets to see it in the theater for the next 2. I'll probably put them on as movies afterwards, but no, you're not getting any more of my money. Yeah, the cast is collecting checks. Just like everything is just so boring now. Like the thing between Roman and what's the other guy's name? Like their little back and forth. Everything is just so, it's just boring. Like, okay, haha, that was... You're literally making the same exact movie 10 times now. Like, there is nothing different. By the Transformers movie, I'll say the Transformers movie is one of those that I'll probably see after it's out of the theaters. Transformers, I mean, where even are we in that world? I don't even know. Shout out to the 140C. Sorry?
Don't be hating on Transformers.
I liked Transformers until it just never stopped. Brandon says, how do I DM on Discord? Okay, Brandon, so I will send you...
Windows up? Okay.
I will send you a link to join our Discord. Okay, once you have joined our Discord, you will see Badaki and I under the tab Fantasyland. If you just click on content releases, you'll see both myself and Badaki's Discord accounts. If you message me, if you're on computer, you right click and you hit message, I believe. And if you're on PC or if you're on a phone, it should be similar. Just DM me on Discord. I'll see it after the stream. And send me a screenshot of your purchase on Flock Fantasy with our code, and we'll get all your perks set up after the stream for you, man. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. They should have stopped after Fast and Furious 2. Fast and Furious 5 put it back on the map. The next 2 to 3 movies were fire. Marvel or DC? I gotta go Marvel.
Gator says, The Flash is amazing.
Gator says, thanks for your dedication. How do you guys keep track of so many leagues? I mean, something that Badaki and I have said from the very beginning is every league that we make is going to be a good league. It's going to be active. We're going to be able to manage it well. Tua is on the clock. A trade has gone down. It's just about being... Okay, so not really a need to screenshot this. Essentially, the deal is Badaki gets Elijah Moore, and he sends away the 203. So correct. Badaki gets Elijah Moore. He sends away essentially Devon A-Chain there.
Devon, however way you want to say it.
But yeah, essentially what I would say is just we haven't overwhelmed ourselves with an unrealistic amount of leagues to keep up with. We've said this before. I mean, we could probably easily fill another 20, 30 leagues. But we would be doing it for the wrong reason. Now, we might start a couple leagues here and there over the next couple of years, but it's just about actually being honest with yourself and saying, how can I make sure all the leagues that we're in are good, that they're managed well, and that people enjoy them, and that I enjoy them. It's about just managing, like being realistic with the amount of leagues that you can be a part of. So, yeah. Okay, so A-Chain is off the board, and now Tua is back on the clock. So these are back-to-back picks for him.
Back-to-back picks for Tua here. Oh, I'm feeling great. Shout out to Elijah Moore, baby. Welcome home.
Sheesh.
So
Tua gets
7 A-Chain and then
incredible value here.
Miller.
Kendre and A-Chain, very good value. He's adding those people along with JSN to a team that has Murray, Herbert, Purdy. Now he's got A-Chain and Kendre along with Rashad White. His wide receiver room has JSN, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Ayuk, Claypool. He's got George Kittle. I like the team, Tua. I see what you're doing, brother. King Henry says, I track my leagues in Notion.
No way, I can remember all that.
Nelson says, man, I'm such a big Beast Wars fan, so I'm ready for this movie. I hear you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it looks all right. I mean, look, I love Transformers. I thought, I mean,
yeah,
if they read, I like the, you know, the comics. It was really big. My uncle put me onto them, and when they first came out, I thought it was awesome. You know, freaking Optimus Prime in the alley,
thought it was
freaking
so cool.
transforming. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, you know, it just got. I think there was just no consistency, especially when like they changed directors.
Exactly, directors, actors, like everything's all over the place. I don't know where we are.
And I wish that was the thing. Is every single story is different. That's the thing.
Yeah,
there definitely is some ties for some, but every single story is different, and they always look different as well. Which I guess you have to do improvements, you know, because they're Transformers, and they probably go with like the cars. So like if they're transforming to like a 2008 Camaro to like a 2020 Camaro, that's a big difference, right? And maybe their body, like, you know, Bumblebee hypothetically's body just looks different. So I can kind of see it, but at the same time, yeah.
Cola says send offers for the 205.
I know.
Sam says, what should be done if you own OBJ? Like, genuinely nothing. Like that's how I would approach it if I had OBJ. I don't see any sort of deals going down where you get good value for him, you know. Like I don't see, I haven't seen in the Dynasty community where you're getting value that's worth selling him. I mean, maybe he gains value in season if him and Lamar are going to be on the same page. I think honestly the best thing to do is nothing at this moment. Just hold on to him and see what happens. I mean, really, I don't think anyone's going to give you anywhere near a second round pick. I could be wrong. I don't think anyone's going to give you anywhere near that. So you might as well just hold on and just hope that he gains value in season. You know what I mean? That would be my advice.
Yeah, agreed. That's how we do.
I'm curious, what offers are people getting for OBJ? Someone says I gave a third for OBJ on a championship team. Yeah. Start 5 wide receivers though. Yeah. Trying to decide if I should move OBJ for Michael Gallup.
Or Michael Gallup?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, you're trying to trade for or just trade either one?
He's
if I'm trying to
move OBJ for. Oh, it looks like
This is or Michael Gallup. I mean, whichever one you get the most value on. That's what I would say.
None are going to give you good value right now, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Trade either. Yeah, I mean,
trade
you can
window
trade either
for
them,
drink
but like,
cola.
Okay. I would say you can trade either. You just gotta wait for the right time. And
yeah, I don't think either are good. Like, you're not getting much value for either right now. So we'll take any 2024
I'm gonna send you a message here.
Drink my cola says.
What do you say?
He says he'll take any second.
Won't take any 24 second. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my seconds. So GG's. Running around when we cross the line. No one's but. Do you have a second? Yeah, 209.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Excuse me. She says Badaki's in trade mode.
Yeah, I've been training all day.
Value for Michael Thomas at this point, I mean, very similar to OBJ and Gallup, to be honest. There's not much value in the market right now. I don't imagine,
send you a message.
I don't imagine either of those guys being in the top 60 of community rankings at their position. So I don't know. I mean, another one of those guys, probably not worth selling. Like, unless you're getting a second, probably not worth selling.
He really been training all day out of nowhere. It's a good week. It's a good week. Cola, send you okay. You just saw it. Nice.
We are currently 33 subscribers away from 8K. 33 subscribers away from 8K. I mean, this is a damn good day, right? Birthday was this week. We've got the Monaco Grand Prix. We're 33 subs away from 8K. The redraft channel is looking good. We're starting off strong for the year. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for helping grow the channel. We got about 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the trade window. How many subs would you guys consider a meetup? Dave says, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I'm saying you host a meetup at 10K. Here's what I'll say. You guys have to keep in mind, if Badaki and I were in America, for sure, absolutely. At 10K, let's set up a meetup. Let's do it. Thanks for the sub, SL.
Appreciate you.
But the flights from Sydney to America are not cheap, y'all. And we're kind of, thanks for the sub, Sam, appreciate you. We're kind of in this phase right now where we are, like, it's just constantly grinding, trying to get to a place where this can support our family and we get to do what we love. So at the moment, I just don't think we could justify affording a trip like that just yet. We would love to do that at some point. Why don't we, Badaki, put it at, what would you feel comfortable if, like, 10, we won't be making anywhere near enough money at that point at 10K on each channel. Would you say 25K on each channel?
Yeah, honestly, man, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Probably at that time.
It took us 3 years to do 10K.
2.5.
Well, technically 2.5 for this channel. For 10K, so it'll be another 2 years.
For this channel, actually a year and a half, we've gotten to where we are now. So,
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, we can do that. One thing I was gonna say, you know, I think it'll be awesome if, like, we can all go to, like, a game, and that would be the meetup.
be cool.
Like, or we can tailgate a game, right?
But
we'll go to, like,
I would say we should do a meetup rather than that, just because not everyone's going to be able to afford to come to where the meetup is.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we'll tailgate outside a game. You know, like, we'll go to, like, an event like early on in the seasons when it's not cold.
Yeah.
And we can go like do a meetup and like tailgate. We'll get like a parking spot. You know, we'll chill with everyone. But but yeah, I think like I guess 25K around there.
Let's go ahead and commit right now because we want to be realistic. Okay, we want to be 100% realistic with what we can possibly do. Just so you guys know, it's about $3,000 for return flights, just to where maybe LA. I don't know. So it's a little bit expensive. That's why we're hesitant. It would be about $6,000 for flights between us, and then accommodation depends on where we go. You know, we might be paying even more. So just at the moment, like it's not feasible, but we would absolutely love to do it at some point. But it's going to have to come from the financing of like Fantasyland, Dynastyland, like our channel. So let's go ahead and commit to 25K. I know it seems like a long time away, but we got to be realistic with what we can actually do. And I would love to do a meetup. Let's say 25K on both channels. Done. 25K on both channels. We'll make a trip. We'll make it happen. And I know that seems like a long time away, but I'm sorry. We just got to be realistic. Like if I lived in Kansas City and Badaki lived in Kansas City or in New York, all right. Hey, 10K, let's meet up in Kansas City next week, you know, and let's do a first meetup. But it's just much more difficult logistically.
Yeah.
Andrew, thank you for becoming a member, man. Very, very kind of you.
Huge love, man. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Very kind of you, man. Very, very kind. And Jordan says, what's poppin', boys? Late, but always great. Appreciate the super chat. Very, very kind. Did we have a trade go down?
Yeah, so B Turks traded with Drink My Cola. He sent a 24-second.
Okay.
And B Turks selected
Michael Mayer.
Got the 205 and got Michael Mayer.
So essentially, real quick, Drink My Cola gets a 24-second from B Turks in 2024. B Turks gets Michael Mayer.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew says, why don't all of us just come to Australia? Okay, so Rashid Rice is the pick at the 206.
Josh Downs at the 207. Now Rowan clock here.
Super chats for flights. You're funny, Dave.
I mean, if somebody, this is what I would say. I mean, I said this before. If somebody, well, not, I didn't say this before, but I guess I was telling this to Ellen the other day. I was like, if somebody works for an airline and hook us up, I would do something like that as well. But like, at the same time, I'm not gonna go. I don't want to like overstep my boundaries either.
Yeah, you know? I don't want to ask that from anyone. Josh Downs goes at the 2-7, and Rowan's on the clock, and then your boy is on the clock. So let's see what Rowan does here. Remember, he's got Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, and he's traded out of most everything else.
Rowan at the
Trippy says, I say you guys fly us all out at 7,980 subscribers. Everyone gets a free trip. You win a car. You win a car. Turn into Oprah. Scared of kangaroos? Bro, there's a lot more things to be scared of than kangaroos in Australia, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they're small and deadly, man.
Yeah.
Small and deadly.
By the way, guys, appreciate the love tonight. Like we always say, drop a like if you have yet to do so. Just helps grow the channel. 30 subscribers away now from 8,000.
Yeah.
We are getting close to 8K. Rowan's trying to
he's trying to stack
some
up
seconds.
Here.
He says any second for this.
Australia meetup at 10K. But yeah, come to Australia.
Coral Reef meetup at 8K. The Great Barrier Reef.
The Great Barrier Reef, bro. Imagine.
You guys are funny.
Imagine. That'd be awesome. I haven't even been there. I'd love to go there.
By the way, to the Coral Reef.
Yeah.
The Great Barrier Reef. No, I haven't. Well, actually, there was a time there for like a couple years where they made it illegal to do any sort of tourist stuff there because it was such a tourist hotspot that the wildlife itself was starting to break down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
and it's getting bleached now and everything. So, but apparently they're trying to like redo it. It's like a massive project in Australia, actually.
Yeah. Also, something I was going to talk about is I was reading this report this morning that apparently the Commanders tried to trademark the Commander's name, and their trademark application was denied. We can actually read this while Rowan's on the clock. So, some have wondered whether the new owner of the Washington Commanders will change the team's name again. The new owner might have no choice. Via trademark attorney Josh Gerben on Twitter, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has denied the trademark application for the name Commanders. I'm liking this. The reason for the denial was 1, the existence of a trademark, 2, pending applications filed by a man in D.C. area. The Commanders Classic is the name of an annual college football game between Army and Air Force. Thanks for the sub, JT. It doesn't end. Okay, it doesn't end. Gerben explains this team can fight the matter and it can attempt to work out a deal to use the name. McCarley already said that he'll surrender anything he owns to the team. Gerben believes the team will eventually be able to use the name. The separate question is whether new ownership will want to. The best move could be a clean break from all things Snyder's and a full rebrand. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see some ideas. Red Wolves. Red Wolves would be my number 1 choice. Someone says Washington Insiders, Washington Debt, Washington Hypocrites, Washington Corruption. It's such a dumb name. The way they handled it was a joke. Yeah, I agree. Washington Illuminati Puppets.
That's hilarious.
Well, Harris now has an opening to do what many of the fans want to do. Exactly. The Space Wolf Commanders. Yeah, I mean, I would be very, very open to a name change. As we see Rashawn Johnson off the board, 1 pick before me. Damn you, Rowan. Damn it.
Big old Roscoe.
You sneaky son of a bitch. I'm fielding offers for the 209. That's a painful one. That one hurts.
Gosh.
I'm gonna call my trade window here.
Trade window? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my trade window.
Just filling some offers. You just gotta feel the offers, you know. Gotta feel the offers. I'm trying to see who else is out there. Who else? So Drink My Cola. Rowan also has another one at the 211. And okay, so it's Rowan and Drink My Cola going back to back here, and then Jimmy, Cocoa Puff, Jimmy, blah, and then Corey. Probably not gonna get the guy that I want on Zach. And Zach, you have the.
I have the comp pick.
You have the comp pick. Okay. You know what? I'll be happy with one of these, actually. I'll be happy with one of these. I'm not gonna make a move.
Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know.
I like to speak out loud, you know. I like to let the people know what I'm thinking, you know. Tyler, yeah, so the trade window, essentially everyone has a trade window. You have the 5-minute clock that you see on your screen there. That is your trade window. So you have an additional 5 minutes. You call your trade window, you fill the offers, and once that time's up, depending on when you called your trade window, when your original pick was going, you're still left with that time. So let's say you call your trade window at 3 minutes. That when you resume the draft after your trade window, it's left with 3 minutes, and then you're on the clock. It's essentially a good way to get conversations started or continue the conversations if you need to, like, you know, have whatever conversations to get the deal done. Once the trade window's over, you're back on the clock, and then whatever time you have left, that's when you have to make a pick, and then no, that's it, you're done. So everyone has one trade window, and I kind of keep tallies on who had trade window. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people called their trade window today, including both myself and Zach. So right now Zach is just cooking right now. I initially drafted Bryce Young, but I traded that away for CJ Stroud. And I also got the 111 and the 112, and I drafted Dalton Kincaid in the 112. I also had the opportunity to draft Devin A. Chain here at the 2-3, but I traded that away, and I got Elijah Moore. And I don't want to talk too much about the Devin A. Chain one because there is a video coming out. I've also put out an article about that on flockfantasy.com. So that's up there as well. If you want to check that out, if you're part of that. If not, you get 30% off at sign up, as you can see on your screen as well. Kind of giving you my thoughts about Devin and how I'm kind of projecting that, but I like Elijah Moore. So yeah, I had to give up the 24 first. So the original trade that I sent, so the trade was, I'll pull it up here so I can kind of, I know Zach kind of showed it earlier, but since he's making this pick, I'll kind of talk about it right now. So initially what I did was we did a swap pick for the 105 and the 103, which means he got Bryce and CJ. You know, I still really like CJ. And then I also received the 111 and the 112, but I also sent the 24 first and a 25 second. And my move there is I really wanted Dalton Kincaid. If Dalton Kincaid wasn't there, that trade wouldn't have happened, to be completely honest with you. I thought El Tigre would have taken him over Zach Charbonnet personally. So to get Dalton Kincaid, who I believe is going to be great, whether it's this year or just in the years to come overall, with Will Levis as well, I could have easily taken Devin at the 112 or, you know, Kendre at the 112, whatever the case may be. But I think Will Levis, especially in Superflex League, I'm happy to bank on, and maybe I can sell him later on or whatever the case may be. So and I got my boy Elijah Moore. Oh boy. No 24 first though, but it's okay. I got my second. Chase. Let's see what happens. Big old Roscoe off the board. Zach looks like he wanted big old Roscoe at the 208. So he's feeling some Morphus. He's cooking right now. He's giving it one of these. This is Zach. That's what he's doing right now in the chat. Hold up, let him cook.
Okay, my trade window is up, but I still have a lot of time on the clock, so.
Oh, I had press live. I thought you had 2 minutes left. I was only about to say 2 minutes left. Wait, what? Faulty is this real? The Patriots are losing 2 days of voluntary organized team activity due to violation of all season rules per league source. This explains the team announcement about Thursday practice being called off. Another OTA next week has been taken away. What? For what though? That's so weird. Like what just happened? Why is that a problem?
Okay, I'm gonna make my pick here. One of Rashawn Johnson. Really not vibing any of the offers that are coming in. So we're gonna go ahead and grab Jaden Reed here.
Jaden Reed.
Now we've got Jordan Love, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. So whoever it's gonna be, we'll have that player. Tajay Spears off the board, the 210.
Off the board really fast there. Now Rowan's back on the clock. He was fielding offers for everything. Let's see if he's fielding offers for this one. Someone's typing. Fielding offers. I love it, man. I love it.
Did you explain the trade window? Someone was asking a question.
Yes,
about
I did.
Okay.
I did explain the trade window.
I'll just say, Rowan, based off the offers I got, I don't think that there's going to be much value in a trade at the moment. But, hey, could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay. Tell me, what do you mean? Rowan is on the clock. He has Rashawn Johnson, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, and let's see what he gets here at the 211.
Dang, can't believe I got a new job, yo. That's big. That's big, son.
Yes, sir.
That KKK money. Yeah, Tyler, second round is gross, man. Especially in the end of the second. You either gotta, it feels like you gotta reach for some people. And not a lot of people want to move back. And the only people that want to move up is in the first couple rounds or at the early of the second, just for like 2 or 3 people. But no one's willing to move up or back even in the second round, or move up in the second round. So you kind of just gotta rock with what you got there, unfortunately. Yeah, Sam, I agree. I think a lot of people were excited. We all expected these guys. I mean, we thought Roscoe. I mean, Roscoe's probably the only good Sam Laporta there going off the board. And I drink my cola is on the clock. But yeah, I mean, we thought all of these guys were going to go into really good landing spots. Even some of the people that board yet, and we don't want to talk about, but like Tajay Spears. I mean, first of all, Sharby. We thought Sharby would go to a better landing spot, right? Roscoe does land in a decent spot, but we thought he was going to go maybe somewhere a little bit different. Kendre Miller, once again, a decent spot, but still a lot of mouths to feed over there. I think the best 2 landing spots is probably going to be Bijan, Gibbs, and, you know, some people would say Devin Devon. So definitely a couple different things that didn't pan out, unfortunately.
Pigeon says, my fiance booked her flights to Oz. That's awesome. When I took a whole suitcase of Coral Reef home, was that wrong?
Probably. You're the problem.
I don't know the rules, man.
I'll be honest. Know the rules. You are the problem.
I don't know the rules. Sam Laporta off the board. Now drink my cola back on the clock.
Let's drink my cola. Is there?
Shout out to the 150 people watching the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will change it to 3 minutes on the clock after this pick.
You have a comp pick as well, so just get ready for that.
Mm-hmm. You got your videos uploading?
1 second, sorry about that. No, I actually don't. Sorry. I'll do that now. Give me a sec.
Yep. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know what the comp pick is, essentially we do something a little bit different than the traditional playoff. It's not too different, but top 6 seeds So seeds 1 to 6, they'll make the playoffs and they will battle it out in a bracket for the championship. The bottom 6 seeds, so seeds 7 to 12, they get placed in a consolation bracket during the playoffs, and then whoever wins that consolation bracket is awarded a comp pick. And that comp pick takes place after the 2-12, before the 3-1. So after this pick, we'll pause the draft. I was one this year in this league who won the consolation bracket. I'll make a comp pick, and then we'll continue on. But yeah, essentially you just pause the draft. I ask the person who wants it. This time it's me who won it. Who do you want to add? Then the commission manually adds it, and we continue the draft. So you won't see it on the draft board, but that's why in most of our real rookie drafts, the live streams, you'll have people who will comment, where's this player? Why isn't this player drafted? So, yeah. Tito Lau, I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry. Zach, are you a Chiefs fan? My comp for Gibbs is Jamal Charles. Yes, I am a Chiefs fan. Chiefs and Commanders are my teams. And, yeah, I can definitely see, like, the ceiling comp. If everything goes absolutely perfect, then I could see that happening for sure. Size-wise, speed-wise, profile, it makes a lot of sense for sure. Actually, speaking of Jamal Charles.
Speaking of him. He's going to bring back a jersey.
You like that? Huh? Ooh.
You like
That's
that?
clean, boy.
That's
clean.
Chiefs is shit, I'll be honest with you. He can't hear me, but Chiefs is shit, right? Just troll him, say Chiefs is shit. He'll be so pissed. Come on. Please, please, please do it. Do it, do
I already know what you asked him to do. You're so predictable.
No one's going to do it.
Top 12 all time? That's a big ask. I don't know top 12 all time.
Oh shit, I'm on the clock.
Oh, you made a trade? Wow.
Shit.
That's fucking annoying.
Let's go.
Okay, Badaki traded the 303 and a fourth for the 212. Come on, Cola.
Yeah, because I knew.
What the hell, man?
I knew you were gonna take Tank, and I wanted Tank. I wanted to get a running back here. So I'm really happy with that.
Not even. Come on, Cola. There's no value there for you, man. Nah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Almost, I was running out of time.
I wasn't gonna undo an auto pick either.
I didn't realize that he agreed. I put it in, and then I was like, what's happening? So this pick that I made, by the way, you have a comp pick, and as you do that, I'll tell everyone the trade. I had the 303, so we basically swapped the 303 and the 212, and I sent him a 24 fourth, and I wanted Tank Bigsby, so I got that.
Okay, that's really annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and add Chase Brown to the team. So yeah. Chase Brown is going to be the comp pick.
In my heart.
All right, so Chase Brown is the pick. And now we'll change it to 3 minutes on the clock.
3 minutes on the clock. That's right. Now Shimmy is going to be on the clock. Hopefully he knows it's 3 minutes. I'll
that's so annoying.
Was that obviously you were trying to get him?
Nah, man, had no interest.
Yeah, fair. Makes sense. Call me when you need to. Call me when you need to. Call me when you need to. A lot of moves today for your boy. Let's see what else we can get. Hopefully Shimmy is there. What else Corey has? Corey has some picks.
Yeah, Shimmy is keeps letting the clock go down and then he shows up at the last minute, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does here.
Never heard too much about Jaden Reed. Is he good? You know, he is not somebody Zach and I spent first. What was he? His first 2 rounds. You know, I kind of pictured him as a 3rd, maybe 4th, even 5th round type of guy with some special teams ability, to be completely honest with you. But with this draft capital landing on this team that doesn't have too much, you know, wide receiver depth here, he clearly stepping into the wide receiver 2 role with Christian Watson there. So it's definitely interesting. He can definitely bring something. He was decent speed, twitchy. I think what was he, like 5'11", 5'10" as well. So once again,
he'll be the starting slot wide receiver there.
Yeah, it's not somebody we were expecting to see go that high, but you know, you have to adjust.
So Hendon Hooker goes off the board. Yeah, he'll be the starting slot wide receiver. I was about to say what Pigeon put in the chat. He's already getting snaps with the ones out of the slot, so don't be surprised at all if he starts out of the slot day 1. But good draft capital. Higher draft capital than Josh Downs. If I'm not mistaken, higher than Rashee Rice, Marvin Mims.
Yeah, I think he was actually the 6th wide receiver off the board. I think it was Jonathan Mingo and then Reed, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's a good route runner. You know, I think you could definitely see him develop a nice role in the NFL. It just really depends on what Jordan Love can do outside of Christian Watson's value. Though the comp pick was Chase Brown. I took Chase Brown.
Jalen Hyatt goes there for Corey, and I'll drink my cola back on the clock, which was my original pick. And I'm glad I did that because I wouldn't have gotten anyone. I mean, gosh, that would have been so frustrating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Besides the top 3, who are we excited, Andrew? I mean, I've been talking about the 2024 class a little bit here and there and made a video about it a month ago or so. But Malik Neighbors is very, very enticing to me. I think Malik Neighbors will probably end up being a 1st-round pick in 2024. I think for a while there, I just was making excuses for Kayshon Boutte, but then you put Malik Neighbors' film on and you're like, oh, damn, like he's just better than Kayshon Boutte, and it's not close. That's why he's beating him out right now. Love Malik Neighbors. He'll be a fun one to watch. My RB1 in the class, someone mentioned already in the chat, Raheem Sanders. He'll be fun to watch. Let's see what Travion Henderson can do if he can recover his form that he had as a freshman. as much as I love Marvin Harrison Jr., I also love Emeka Egbuka. I think Emeka Egbuka will be locked in first-round pick as well in the NFL draft. Don't sleep on him. Brock Bowers. Yeah, I mean, it's a talented class. You got Blake Corum in it. You got Donovan Edwards. I actually like Donovan Edwards more than Blake Corum as a prospect. So there's definitely potential for it to be a very, very good class. But as we know, anything can happen. It can break down at any point. ABC says, love Egbuka. I mean, look, man, by the time we're doing rookie drafts next year, everyone's going to be talking about Egbuka, I promise you. You ain't going to be able to get him on any discount.
Nah, man.
He'll be locked and loaded first-round pick in Dynasty drafts.
Do we know who the quarterback's going to be over there? I don't even know.
I remember seeing...
Was there somebody big there at Ohio State?
Well, look, Ohio State's always going to have good recruits for sure. Quarterback. Yeah. What's the name of the guy? Kyle McCord? Kyle McCord is going to be the starter, if I'm not mistaken.
20 years old, 6'3", 204, pro-style quarterback for Philly.
Yeah, he's 215 now. See, I mean, let's see. I don't really know much about Kyle McCord. Let's learn a little bit.
Yeah, out of Philly, went to St. Joseph's.
He's a 4-star recruit.
Yeah. He's a junior, actually.
In college, he got a little comparisons to Matthew Stafford.
Second round projected right now at the moment.
Let's see.
Interesting. Looks like more like
Tillman goes off board at the 3-3.
Right, they had a spring game too.
Washington quarterback looks good. Yeah, Michael Penix Jr. Actually, good point. Penix Jr. and a wide receiver that I really loved in this class until he decided to come back to college was Rome Odunze. That dude, yes. I mean, he is a nasty route runner, and I would not be surprised if he himself ends up being a first-round pick in the NFL draft when all is said and done. So don't sleep on Rome Odunze either.
Yeah, Rome's doing that, man. I remember we liked him. We liked him a lot.
What is this Discord birthday stuff?
I don't know. It's going on for a while, though. I think it's just Discord telling Brady their birthday.
All right, let's see what 2Anon's going to do here. I mean, that's pretty much my draft. Gibbs and Reed, and then I got Chase Brown as a comp pick.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you're done. Dang.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're right. Another running back that I love, who we've not mentioned yet. I've talked about him a lot on my Twitter. Braylon Allen. Dude is a freaking monster, man. Braylon Allen is huge. Like, if anyone can replicate Derrick Henry, it would be Braylon Allen. Honestly, dude's a freaking monster. Corey's on the clock here. Let's see what Corey decides to do.
Who's Caleb throwing to next year? No idea. No one I know.
Corey, I'll send you a little trade here.
It says University of Arizona transfer Dorian Singer. He's a junior. Then Brendan Rice. Kyron Hudson, redshirt sophomore. Mario Williams. Tajay Washington. Michael Jackson III, junior. Michael Jackson and John Jackson. Too high. Wow. Mario Williams still work from him this year. Okay. Yeah, let's look at mock draft database and see some 2024 people. I mean, Zach was kind of alluding to them. I don't know as much as the class yet as Zach does. That's awesome. Not in the world. Currently, Caleb Williams, favorite. Obviously, they have the Arizona Cardinals picking last year, or picking first, technically. So Caleb Williams to the Cardinals, Marlon Harrison to the Cardinals, Caleb Williams to the Bucks, Marlon Harrison to the Cardinals, Drake May to the Titans. Gosh. According to big old Walter. Caleb Williams to the Commanders. Marlon Harrison to the Titans. Is this guy's real name Kool-Aid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Who did that? Who did that and why? I'm gonna look this guy up. Zach Evans off the board. Tank Dell off the board at the 3-7 from El Tigre. Israel Baracanda. We got some quick ones here, Ro. Yeah, Pat McCorney, yeah. Kool-Aid. I think that's funny. Quinn Years.
Life isn't already hard. Name your kid Kool-Aid to make it a challenge.
Yo, like who's thinking that? Like who thinks the name Kool-Aid is like nice? That's such a nice name, Kool-Aid.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't get it. I'll be honest.
Sure, his mom named him or something.
Yeah,
we haven't talked about Will Shipley either. I really like Will Shipley. Reminds me a little bit of Joe Mixon out of Clemson. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of college. He's put up pretty good numbers. A name that we haven't talked about, but I'm a little bit lower than your average person, would be Xavier Worthy. I'm just really concerned about his build overall. Like, I can definitely see how he is a dominant receiver at the collegiate level, but his size is really concerning. He's, I think, 6 foot, 160 pounds. So he definitely has the height, but 160 pounds, I mean, you're going to have to build that frame out a lot. And then I think that maybe potentially impacts your game. I'm a little bit more hesitant on him. But if you're looking for size at the wide receiver position, Johnny Wilson will give you that and more. Dude is huge, and he's made some really impressive plays out of Florida State. And don't sleep on Florida State's quarterback either. What's his name? But he could have a really big year. Johnny Wilson transferred from Arizona State to Florida State last year. Put up some huge numbers. The dude is 6'7", 235 pounds. Johnny Wilson is 6'7", 235. I mean, maybe he becomes a hybrid tight end. Who knows? But he's got size for absolute days. Travis Benjamin, I think, is the name I'm trying to think of, out of Florida State. He could have a huge year at the quarterback position. Is it Travis Benjamin? Is that who I'm thinking of? What's his name?
No idea. For who? What team is this?
Florida State. Let me see. Florida State depth chart. What's that kid's name? He was pretty good last year. There's a lot of talk about him.
The Wilson dude? Wide receiver?
No, the quarterback. Travis Jordan is his name. Travis Jordan.
Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis. Sorry, yeah, Jordan Travis. Michael Wilson goes out the board at the 3-9. Yeah, he's been in college for quite some time, but he had a really good year last year. 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And if I'm not mistaken, he's pretty good on the ground too. Yeah, rushed for over 400 yards last year and 7 touchdowns. Actually, the last 3 years, every year he has scored 7 touchdowns and has rushed over 400 yards.
Right.
So don't sleep on Jordan Travis either.
Darnell Washington. From the one and only pick from Mr. 305, Sean Tucker. Going at the 311. Talk it up. Now B Touch is on the clock.
All right.
All right. Show love for Sean Tucker, baby.
G Money is. I love that G Money is active, but he only has the 412, and I love that he's here for that. That's the type of commitment we need.
He's been here the whole time, and he's here for the 412. That's hilarious. I did not realize that. That's so funny.
G Money says, "We here, baby." I love it. Bodies.
Frank Gore Jr. Is he eligible? 2024?
Yeah, Frank Gore Jr.
Out of...
He's like Southern Missouri or something. Where is he?
Yeah, Southern Missouri.
Yeah.
Just going through some of these. Trayvon Henderson, Raheem Sanders, Blake, Will, Donovan, Trey Benson.
Yeah, Trey Benson's nice too, actually. Trey Benson reminds me a little bit of Cam Akers. I mean, maybe it's because they both went to Florida State, but
Florida.
He's nice with it. I'm pretty sure he started at Oregon. Is that right? Yeah, started at Oregon, didn't get much opportunity, and then had a really good year at Florida State last year. He will be a late declare, but the thing that you won't have to worry about the running backs in this year's class is almost all of them have the size. There's really no one that you could point to that doesn't have the necessary size. Blake Corum has it. Shipley has it. Edwards, Benson has it. Travion, Raheem, Braylon. They've all got the size and more. So, Sammy, yep. I love KJ Jefferson, but Aki knows this. I would not shut up about KJ Jefferson during the college football season last year, off season for Dynasty. I mean, I would not shut up about KJ Jefferson. I think he could be like the next Jalen Hurts. Dude is a hard worker. He's not the best, most accurate passer, but man, he can lead an offense. People respect him, and he can absolutely rush on the ground as well. He's got a similar body too. He's absolutely freaking built. I'm a huge fan of KJ Jefferson. He's probably not going to be as good as Hurts, but still. I mean, dude balled out this year after losing Treylon Burks. He's been great.
Yeah.
Rowan's back on the clock here.
He has 2 back-to-back picks here for Rowan, so let's see what he does.
Don't sleep on DJ Ungalele and Spencer Rattler next year, didn't she say?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I have more love for DJ than Spencer. Not for me, but I know DJ, didn't he transfer? Didn't he go somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer with I don't even know what team he was in before. I completely forgot, but let me see where he's at right now. Oregon State, he's with. Gosh, projected 5th round pick at the moment. Spencer, I'm just not a big believer in. I mean, unless he takes a massive step this year, and we see a little bit more consistency, better pocket presence, him stepping up instead of like taking 10 steps back. Just couldn't do it. He has the talent to do it. He just needs to be there mentally. So let's see what happens.
By the way, update on the road to 8K. We are currently 28 subscribers away from 8K.
Huge love for everyone that subscribed today, man. It's awesome. We'll probably get 8K. I say maybe we'll get it tomorrow overnight. get that. But we won't be live tomorrow on this channel. We'll be live on our redraft channel. That link is actually already up. That event, by the way.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, we do have a redraft channel, and it is going to start popping off here. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe on our redraft channel if you have yet to do so. We've already got 3 videos out. The running back rankings video, my must draft running backs. I bring 5 of them for best ball, redraft, fantasy, like whatever you're playing non-dynasty this year. But Aki has the must draft wide receivers coming up here soon in a couple days. So make sure you subscribe over there. And tomorrow night at this time, we will be live on the redraft channel. We'll be live here, so make sure you come join us.
Show love over there. I mean, go subscribe over there as well. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Okay, we got the 4th round left. Rowan goes Puka with the first pick. I like Puka. Little Puka. Got lots of shares of Puka on my dynasty teams. I'm loving it.
Let's see where he goes.
I don't feel like I had the ammunition in this draft to really make a bunch of big moves. So it was relatively toned down for me. Just didn't have the ammo to really make a huge move here or there. I feel good about this team. Just needed to add some depth at running back. So got Gibbs, we got Chase, and then we got Jaden Reed. So feel pretty good about that little return there. Got 2 first-round picks next year as well.
That's nice. Luke Shoemaker
off the board, and now Badaki's on the clock.
I'm so scared. Okay, I was hoping to make. Bring my heart, baby, it'll be yours. Okay, well, 2 players here. I'll get a little stack here with Xavier Hutchinson and CJ Stroud here.
I like it.
I'll take that. I mean, I thought there was going to be. Man, what a day already. I'm happy with this one. Feels good. Yeah, Miles Sanders wearing number 6. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
I'm just looking at the photos now. NFL posted it. Allen Robinson, GJ at number 2. Can't really in 0. Can't really look big.
He looks clean in that 0.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, who?
Nico, I still got Nico on this team though, so I ain't sleep.
I am. I've been sleeping. Thomas
says,
sleeping. Glad I caught you guys live. Really been enjoying the content. Started watching you all about a month ago. Appreciate that, man. Very kind awesome. To you. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
All right, our beloved Parker Washington off the board at the 4-4. Then Eric Gray goes, Stetson Bennett, Jaron Hall, and now Corey is back on the clock. Let's see what Corey does here with this pick.
Let's see what Corey has. Jalen Hyatt, Zach Evans so far, and he also has a 4-11. B-Turks is on auto, but maybe that's what he wanted. Probably has a Q. Mr. 305 picked Darnell Washington. That was his first pick. There goes Tucker Kraft, Dwayne McBride. Now Mr. 305 is on the board. He has Darnell Washington and the 410.
Yeah. I want to know what G Money's going to do at the 412. He's been active this entire draft. And he's been waiting all the way for the 412, ready to make a franchise-changing pick here with Mr. Irrelevant, and I'm excited to see who it is.
Yeah. I think he might get somebody that... Yeah, he just might get somebody I wasn't expecting. That's what I would say.
That's a good prediction.
I know.
There goes Evan Hull off the board.
Corey on the clock now.
All right, let's see what Corey's going to do here. He's got Hyatt, Evans, Kraft, and now he's back on the clock here. Yeah, just while we're waiting, I'm kind of zoned out right now, a little bit tired, guys. Sorry, but shout out to everyone who's watching. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for all the likes. And we got to 150, which is awesome. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Kenny McIntosh goes off the board, and let's see what G Money's going to do. But just before that, like we said before, join us on our redraft channel. Tomorrow night, we'll be live from 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time onwards. On the redraft channel, we're popping off content on there now, and it's just going to keep going that way as we get closer and closer to the season. So follow us over there. If you want to support us, you can do so on Flock Fantasy with our code LAND. Our code will get you 30% off any membership, and there's so much to that membership that you get. You can also drop us a follow on Twitter if you like. I'll drop my Twitter in the chat, and I'll also drop Padaki's. Every once in a while, we drop little thoughts, little nuggets there. And why is yours not showing?
Should be there.
Let's see. I cannot find you for some reason. Here we go. Give Padaki a follow as well. But outside of that, definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thanks for the sub, Nathaniel. And let's see what G Money is up to here.
Take your time, G Money.
See what he's up to. Officially 25 subscribers away from 8K. We are not far off now. Hotel says he's fielding trades.
Trade window?
No way. He did not just do that. Is that for real?
Are you being serious? If you're being serious, we'll stop.
I will. He says he's kidding. Okay. I was gonna say I'm about to start it, but I'll do it for you. He just wanted to be a part of it, you know.
Yeah.
He wanted to get the full experience. I love that.
That's hilarious.
I didn't use mine. You can have it too. T guy says. Okay. AT Perry is the pick, ladies and gentlemen. So that is it for the Hotel, rookie draft. I end up with Gibbs, Jaden Reed, and then my comp pick, which was Chase Brown. Badaki ends up with CJ Stroud, Dalton Kincaid, Will Levis, Tank Bigsby, Xavier Hutchinson. And why don't we go ahead and just look at the squad now? Let me see what we're working with. So we've got Lawrence, Walker, Gibbs, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Pat Freiermuth, Christian Watson. We'll put Jordan Love at the super flex, and we'll probably put Jahan Dotson at the flex over AJ Dillon. We've got Chase Brown, Jameson Williams, Ford, Bateman on the bench, along with Mac Jones, AJ Dillon. 2 first-round picks next year, including my second, which is good to see. Slow and steady, boys. Slow and steady wins the race. And looks like I am facing T-Gray week 1. Me and T-Gray are facing off in week 1. Let's see what happens there. Badaki, you are now looking like... Have you got your lineup set?
No, I don't, but I can change that in a second. Hold on.
Yep. Just show people probably the ideal lineup that you're moving in with.
Yeah, here I'll just put that. I'll just put this in for now, so you can rock with that.
Okay, so Badaki's lineup looks like Justin Fields, David Montgomery, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Dalton Kincaid, Drake London, Elijah Moore, Kenny Pickett, On the bench, we have Mitchell, Nico Collins, Tony, Brian Robinson, Tank Bigsby, CJ Stroud, Will Levis.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Talk it up.
Okay. Feeling good.
Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you've been lurking with us for a little bit and you haven't dropped a like or subscribe, please do that. That really helps us with everything that we're doing here. And like Zach mentioned earlier, we'll be live tomorrow on our redraft channel. That link is in the description, also in the chat already.
Wait, what the heck
we'll be live. I have no idea.
Okay, there we go.
But we will be live there tomorrow at what is it,
7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So we appreciate each and every one of you.
Ignite says, can you rate my draft/trades honestly? Here's the issue: if we do that, everyone's gonna ask it, and then we'll be here for like an hour.
And message us in the hotline.
Message us on the hotline. If there's one in particular that you wanted to know, like what we would do, or if we would do anything differently, let us know. Feel free to message us there. We'd be happy to respond. You guys know the hotline's always open. So appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow on the redraft channel, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All love.